Okay, so taking this engine apart, I've got the cases off so far, as you can tell. So I've got the clutch side out, and I've got the mag side off. I got the magneto out, or the flywheel, I guess you want to call this. I got it off. Really dirty. A lot of stuff on it. I have to clean this up. Now, every single one of these bolts here, those Phillip head bolts right here that hold the case together, they all stripped. So I've kept them, and I'll replace them with the something different, something better. I'll probably replace them with the type that has the Allen wrench type of end, like the ones that fit on this end right here. I don't know what you call those, Allen wrench or something like that. Those tend not to strip, so that's what I'm going to do. And also, I think I found the problem of the reason why this overheated. I think it did more than just overheat. Actually, I think I ran out of oil. And here's some of the evidence of what happened. Take a look inside my case here. This is the side for the clutch side. That's where you check your oil, of course. Right here, here's your dipstick. Take a look right there. That's all metal filings. Right here, right here. It's all metal. And right here. And this is where it came from. Okay, so right here on the bottom, right there, is my oil pump gear. Every single tooth on here is worn right out. Why? No idea. I'm thinking the timing chain was loose, and it just stripped the gears on the oil pump. So I have to replace the gear in the oil pump. I'll probably just replace the whole oil pump anyway and get a gear for it. Of course, going to get a new chain. Anyway, the tear down continues. I'm going to split this. I'm going to take the clutch off. I've already taken the cover off here, so I just got to take that bolt, that nut right here, take that right out. Pop the clutch out, get this gear off, and then probably split this cover right here. I want to get it down to nothing. I want to check the gears out, and I also want to check the bearings on the crank, get it all apart. Now I'm going to start ordering stuff. So one thing I've realized is that to bore this out, and then new piston and rings is more expensive than getting a whole new head, cylinder, piston and rings, valves, the whole thing. It's cheaper to go that route. So I sent some queries over to a website, very informative, called Little Honda. Look him up. And the questions I've asked was that, you know, what kind of quality am I going to be buying here, like for head, cylinder, piston, rings, because this stuff's all overseas. And so far I've gotten, you know, pretty well positive reviews, response, nothing negative. So I'll give it a try. I mean, it's way cheaper that way. 'Cause, I mean, just to bore this out, it's going to cost me $100. And then I got to buy a piston and rings, oversized piston and rings. But if I get a new cylinder, new head with valves and everything in there, valve springs, new cam and cam chain, plus piston and rings, comes up to $149 Canadian. That's dirt cheap. I can't rebuild that for that price. So that's the route I'm going to go. Okay, so in regards to taking off the, I guess the flywheel right here, or whatever, the magneto or whatever, you'll need a puller. You got to buy one of these right here. It reverse threads inside here, like this. Tighten it right up. There you go. And then turn this one. Use an impact or something like that, and it'll pop right off. See? What it does is it goes right through here, and it presses against right here, and it just pulls this right out. It's well worth the expense. You can buy them online, fairly inexpensive. It's definitely worth it. Otherwise, you risk damaging this. I've done it with just a regular puller, with the legs hooking up right here and pulling it out. And I had to kind of like MacGyver, I guess, the puller. But by buying this one here, it's really simple, and they're not that expensive. Pick them up online for, was it $10? Well worth the money. Okay, I just took off some of the gears right here. Just looking at the bearings, they're seem good to me. The crank bearing, won't know much more until I get the other side off, which I'm having a problem with. Of course, the two bolts that hold the stator, or the I don't know, timing plate or stator plate, if you want to call it. Of course, one of them is stripped. I'll show you that in a second. But what I really wanted to show is that this bike here hasn't had many oil changes. I mean, look at that. That's just sludge. I mean, there's lots of it too right in the bottom. Gonna have to clean all that out. I mean, oh, look at that. So this kind of leads me to believe that I don't think this engine's ever had a rebuild. Never been opened. So, well, that's good, I guess. But, you know, it would have lasted probably a lot longer if it would have had regular oil changes, and it would have kept an eye on the cam chain or timing chain or whatever. I guess a cam chain, you want to call it. So I continue doing a tear down. This is a shaft right here for the shifter. I'm going to have to replace that because remember on my previous video I showed you that they had welded the shifter lever over on the shaft, which is like just totally wrong. So I'm gonna have to change this. So that's gonna be later here. I'm gonna take it off, but at the moment right now I'm just gonna focus on getting the other side of the cover off. Let me show you what I mean about the bolts are stripped on the stator plate, I guess. It's the see if I get my hand here. I'm kind of holding on to the tripod at the same time. But let's get down. It's these ones right here. This one right here. There's one right here. And there's one right here. So I don't know if you can see it there. I'll try to get my little trouble light there. Anyway, those are known for stripping, and sure enough, mine did. This one here stripped. And this one up top, I'm having a hard time. I can't get it out. It's going to strip on me, so I'm going to have to drill those suckers out, which I really hate doing that. It slows things down. And put new ones in. So that's where I'm at right now. So let's see if I can get this done here. Yeah, I'll be able to give you a better view here. So the ones I'm referring to, this one and this one. That's what holds this plate on here. And here's the seam right here. On the other side of that, you got like a, almost like an O-ring. And it seals this section right up. And these are known for stripping. And sure enough, this one's stripped. I've started drilling it out. This one here, more than likely, will also. They're a pain in the butt.